with Morgana and Rachel from Hazzardous Material, and we're here with motherfucking Battlecross. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So you're on, play guitar.
Yeah, and he's very fucking good at playing the guitar too. They opened up for Crowbar when Crowbar came through Calgary, so it's gonna be a wicked show tonight. If you guys like Cryptopsy, if you like Gabar, if you're not here, watch this interview. It's about as fucking close as you're gonna get. So our first question is, has your music grown and matured since the Pursuit of Honor album to the War of Will? Or is it still kind of the thrashy, groovy, death metal-y kind of music
we don't
that
know
you
what
guys
we're
put
doing.
out?
No.
They're amateur musicians.
Yeah, we don't know. We're just like, yeah, we'll just put that there. No, I definitely think so. I mean, from the first album to where we are now, I think we just got more mature as musicians, and just from being on the road and touring, you definitely learn a lot from that experience, and you learn a lot from being in a band together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Pick
I
up
feel
on
like
other people's styles too,
yeah, for
incorporate
sure.
them.
You pick up on what other people are doing on the road, and you just sort of gain experience from going in the studio, and you just each time is always a learning experience. And I always tell people, and I think a lot of people in general say this about albums, like, oh, you know, how come it doesn't sound like this album, or you know, it's like people get upset, and it's like, well, if you think about it, an album is like, each album is always going to sound different, no matter what band it is, really.
Exactly.
Every band is in a different mindset, and different, just everything you go and experience through that moment, it always changes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never, to me, going to sound the same, and that's just with us, it's always, to me, a growth. I think we've kept our sound pretty good overall,
Mm-hmm.
like
I think so
like
too.
from what we sort of embody as a band, but besides that, I think we've learned to sort of kind of grasp more songwriting and get more into the dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you guys can still shred like motherfuckers, so.
Try.
All right, so you guys have been classified by some critics in like a crossover thrash genre, which is a new sound to many metalheads. Can you explain what crossover is, just for all the fans who might not know?
Well, you know, the crossover, a lot of people would say like crossover thrash is kind of like what DRI sort of did, hardcore, you know, thrash sort of thing. I think where we just sort of crossover is we're not just straight thrash. There's death metal influence, there's, you know, hardcore, there's all variety of what we listen to sort of put into our style. So I always like to tell people, like when people say, what do you sound like? I just say metal, because like as soon as you start sort of trying to label everything, people get,
It gets complicated.
Well, yeah, it gets complicated, and then
Yeah.
people are like starting to assume like, oh, that's what it sounds like, but they haven't even heard it yet. But
Exactly.
They just, you know, so when you put labels in too many things, I think it just confuses shit. So really, I think, you know, if we're just the kind of band, we're a metal band that just takes all their influences and tries to incorporate it in the best way possible, and sort of taking the best elements of what we like and putting it in the song. So.
And it turns into some really groovy metal. If you guys have not listened to Battlecross before watching this interview, pause this interview, YouTube push pull destroy, and then message me telling me how cool I am for telling you to fucking do that. So do that.
Do it.
Listen to him. So how long was Battlecross together before you guys recorded Pursuit of Honor? Was it like a couple years, or did you get together for that album?
No, we've been together. Well, Tony and I started the band, and really the name Battlecross started in 2004.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, but we were in the local scene, so we were in Michigan, you know, playing local shows, and we weren't under the name Battlecross. We were actually like a Florence at that time. And we just went through a bunch of changes, and in 2007 is sort of where this Battlecross sort of formed. It was like we got a new drummer and a vocalist, and that's where the sound of what we were doing started. So we say 2007, but technically 2004 is like where the name started. But
I missed out on like 7 years of Battlecross.
that's all right though, because you know, Pursuit of Honor is where you should start.
Yeah.
So, you don't need to hear the other shit. So, which there's not any recording. But no, anyway, so yeah, I mean, it started there in 2007, and we just we signed with Metal Blade 2011. You know, I think for a lot of bands, you know, you see like a debut record from them, you're like, oh, they're brand new, but you think about it, there's probably a lot of years before that for a lot of bands, because everybody starts somewhere where they're just building up their name and everything in the local scene, and sort of branching out a little bit so you can sort of get that chance to go out and tour.
And then you get signed and you just kind of blow up.
Yeah, I mean, I think
well,
sometimes,
you guys did.
You know, some bands it works, some it doesn't.
Yeah.
So we've been fortunate enough to have a lot of good opportunities to put us out there, so we're thankful for that.
Wicked. Yeah.
Nice. So touring has its ups and downs, and you're with each other for long periods of time. Do you have any really weird tour bus stories?
Sexual and non-sexual.
Ooh, sexual. If anything sexual is happening, it's between us. Like, there's no, it's like a group thing.
Circle jerk.
Close. No. I'm trying to think. I mean, we're pretty like just a laid back normal band. Like a lot of people ask us, like, think it's like this crazy thing going on. Like, we're pretty boring. Like, we go in our dressing room, we're on the phones, we're fucking doing nothing. I don't know. I mean, we've had moments though. Like, we've been through a lot of shit. Just dealing with a lot of craziness from like vehicle breakdowns to just I mean, trying to get to shows like last minute. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've had to like rent vehicles because something broke down and we like rent a vehicle and get there just in time. So we've had all sorts of crazy shit happen like that. I'm trying to think of anything really wacky, but I it's just really
It'll probably come to you in like an hour.
Yeah,
Or
pretty
when
much.
you're laying in bed tonight. That's how it always is. Fuck, I
But if
should've
you're
said
on
that.
stage, grab the microphone
I will.
and like say
Yeah.
it. You'll be
I'm
right
like,
there.
oh, now I remember that one time a dildo went up my ass. I mean, shit. We do have a battle dog. Someone gave us a dildo, and so we had that at our merch table was called a battle dog. So we just had that.
Do you hit people in the
Cool.
face with it?
No.
No. Oh.
No,
Tonight,
I feel
though.
like we might get in trouble for that unless they're asking for it. Then
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
We'll do it
why not?
tonight.
Yeah.
We'll come up to your booth.
Yeah.
You can hit us in the face with your battle dong.
We have a good time though. You know, it's like
Yeah.
we're pretty much family on the road, and you know, for most people, like you have your moments. You know, we don't want to see each other, but I mean, overall, we get along pretty well. And all I can say about Battlecross is just a lot of farting and a lot of gay jokes, and
Sounds like when we hang
Yeah.
out.
pretty much. I mean, we just that's it. We talk about dick and farts.
Hopefully you talk
That's
about
Battlecross
vaginas
in a
sometimes too.
Sometimes it gets
Okay.
thrown in there. You know?
Good.
But I mean, you know, we're on dudes all the time, so we gotta show the team.
So, what's your favorite city to play?
Favorite city?
Calgary.
Calgary.
Besides Calgary.
Besides
So fucking
Calgary,
awesome.
oh man, there's so many. It's hard because I mean, like we definitely love coming to Western Canada because the shows have always been killer. I mean, actually all throughout Canada, it's always been awesome. But I'm trying to think. Well, in the States, like Pittsburgh, Detroit, hometown's always killer. Chicago, and then we go down south, like usually like Texas and Dallas and stuff like that is awesome. Austin, out west would be like Oakland, I guess, like San Francisco area. But I mean, it's just so different because it's like each city kind of has their own particular crowds. And sometimes it could be the show, sometimes it could be, you know, the day of the week that you're going there. But generally, you know, like I said, like when we do Canada or we do like any of the cities, other stuff, generally all of us.
Yes.
I was
Canadians are
like-
hard motherfuckers.
Yeah. Especially you Canadians, man. You guys are crazy. So we love it though.
So we are big horror fans at Hazzardous Material,
Okay.
and with this Halloween coming up, do you guys have some favorite horror movies you like to pop in about?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we have a band, so we don't really get to watch anything on our own. But particularly my favorite horror movies, I was just watching these, like, just sort of getting pumped up for Halloween and stuff. But I would say Cannibal Holocaust, The Exorcist, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre are probably like the top three. I think those
Little
three.
shivers there.
I don't like exorcism movies.
Really? Oh man, yeah. The Exorcist, I think, is just one of those ones that still is like creepy and terrifying.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Same
sure
with
I
Texas
am
Chainsaw.
Satan, so like I just creeps me out.
You're like, I remember possessing that little
Yeah,
girl.
that little bitch. She was my first one.
You made her say naughty things. It's bad.
I do. I have that effect on people.
It happens. But yeah, those three technically are like my top favorites. But there's tons of others, like just campy ones, like Basket Case and Street Trash. I always tell people to check out. So yeah.
Okay. I've got another question for you that we forgot to write down. You guys have toured with like Cattle Decapitation, Origin, Crowbar, like all these incredible fucking bands. Who was like your favorite band to meet and to get to play with?
We always like, I don't know, I think because we're such an easygoing band, we get along with most everybody on tour. But I would say like our buddies have been like Kill Switch Engage, Origin.
Oh my god.
Those guys are awesome to tour with. And even the Guard dudes are fucking
Yeah.
awesome. We love touring with those guys. just within the amount of weeks that we've been on the road. It's so awesome. So, I'm trying to think. I mean, honestly, like I said, every band that we've been on the road with, we always get along. But like I said, I think the top ones that like we always seem to sort of come back and see again is like Kill Switch. Crowbar, definitely. Like Crowbar was one of the greatest fucking tours my favorite tours were. Because I love Crowbar, but those guys are awesome. So
And they're
Crowbar,
legends, too.
yeah, absolutely. Crowbar, Kill Switch Engage, Origin, Go Horror, all those guys are killer. Bar. So yeah, we just like we're such an easygoing band that like I don't think they've ever been on the road and hated anything. So, yeah, we're friendly dudes.
So you guys can come say hi if you're here.
Come say hi.
Come say hi to them, buy some merchandise, buy their
Slapped in the
CDs.
face with a dildo.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you aren't here to watch their show, check out their Facebook page. They have a website. You can find all about them, read reviews on them. It's pretty fucking good music. YouTube has a bunch of it, but I recommend just going to HMV and buying it if you're not a fuckface. So, do you have anything else you'd like to say to the Hazzardous Material fans, since we all love you?
Just want to say thank you guys very much for the support. We love you guys for supporting us from day one. Just been since our first tour we did, especially through Canada, 2013 with In Flames. You guys welcomed us so well. So ever since then, it's just been awesome. So just thanks all the fans, thanks the people that support us, and we love you. And we'll see you on the road soon. Bye, Rise to Power. Bye.
Buy it!
I'm taking that.